Okay, grade 10. So this is the assignment that I have posted for you today. I'm just going to show you one of the questions so that it can help you with doing the other question. So you just have to complete the other and submit it. So the first question, it's asking me to write the slope and y-intercept of each graph. And using those information, then I'll be writing the equation. So what you have to do is when you look at this linear relation, you know that you know how to find the slope. So slope, you have learned two different ways to find the slope. One of them is slope is rise over run. And the other one is using 2 points, the difference of y over difference of x. So I'm going to be getting the slope from the graph just because the graph is given to me. So this would be the slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. You all know this, so you have already learned that. So in which m is going to be the slope and b is going to be the y-intercept. Now I have to find these for the graphs that are given and then write the equation in that form. So let me choose 2 points. So I'm going to be choosing one of them is going to be this point and another point is going to be here. And y-intercept can be easily spotted because y-intercept is the point at which the graph crosses the y-axis. So this graph crosses the axis at this point, which is -2. So this point is going to be, the y-intercept is going to be -2. So that's easy. So one of the pieces of information that we need to write the equation is already here. It's easy. We can get that from the graph by looking at the point where the graph crosses the y-axis. So that's done. And I have another point. So what I always do to find the slope, which is rise over run, is move from the leftmost point to the rightmost point. So from here, I'm going to be moving to that point. So to get to that point from here, let me see how many units I have to move up. 1, 2, 3. So I have to move 2 units up. So my rise over run is what I have to do for this function. Rise is going to be, how many units did I have to move up? 1, 2, 3. So my rise is going to be 3. And my run, once I get to this point, how many units do I have to move across? 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 as well. So that it happens to be the same number. So rise over run is going to be 1 over 1, which is 1. So my slope is 1. And the y-intercept is -2. So using the format that you already know, y equals mx plus b, if I want to write the equation, that's going to be y equals, m is 1. So usually if it's 1, we don't write that number. So it's going to be x. So it's usually plus b. Just because it's a negative number, I'm going to put -2 because I don't have to do plus and then make it negative. So it's going to be y equals x minus 2. So m happens to be 1 and y-intercept happens to be -2 because that's where the graph crosses the y-axis. So you're going to use the same strategies to do the other 3 questions and submit the assignment.